What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting from Disneyland, and we got to talk about a not so happiest place on earth topic, and it's about what's happening in Atlanta right now. You know, I talked about Atlanta a little bit ago about how they had a rise in STIs, and I guess we got to talk about it again. Atlanta has a reported 20,000 new cases of HIV. And that is really scary when you think about it. 20,000. Apparently it's in the last, 6 months? 20,000? I mean, think about that. 20,000. Man, listen. I say this to my people who come over here regularly. Y'all be careful out there. Even those who don't. If this message somehow reaches you, y'all gotta be careful out there, man. Look, all right, listen. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't understand, because I do. We all know that going raw dog is amazing. All right. You're probably like, man, you really talking about this stuff at Disneyland? I am really talking about this stuff at Disneyland. You know why? Because I'm here in the state of California, all right? And we all know San Francisco. I don't even got to say nothing. Just saying San Francisco. Y'all know where I'm going with this. So if this ain't a place where I should talk about it, I don't know what is. If this, a state that contains San Francisco, yeah, I think any place that you add in it is a appropriate place to discuss this. But I get it. Going raw dog is very enjoyable, very fun, very pleasurable, but it's also the most dangerous by far. Like, you're going without anything. Now, I don't know why lately it has become so much more popular to just go raw dog with strangers. But this needs to be corrected. Too many of y'all are hooking up with people you do not know. And then on top of that, he almost ran into me. He ain't paying attention at all. No sense of self-awareness whatsoever out here. How can I be kicking it with y'all and I know what's going on around me? And all he about to do is take a selfie. And he, well, not a selfie, but a portrait of his girlfriend or whatever in front of this water behind me. And he almost ran me the hell over. Nonetheless, oh man, shout out to tall people. Look at them. They both over 6 feet. Lucky guy, she gonna give him a fucking athlete. But nonetheless, y'all, listen. Y'all out here hooking up with people that you do not know. And that's one thing. That's already dangerous as it is. But then you add into the whole aspect of y'all doing it unprotected. I am not a fan of hookup culture. I don't encourage it at all. I think that hookup culture is stupid, but that's the direction that we're going in. Feminism is convincing women to go out here and rack up a high body count. It's telling them, YOLO, you only live once. Stop letting men tell y'all not to do this and that. They tell the women to get out here, get ran through, and that being ran through is somehow liberating until they're on the other side of being ran through and they realize they were lied to, but it's much too late then. It's too many dudes out here that's on some down low stuff. They out here grabbing their ankles for other dudes, and then they going home to their wife or their girlfriend, and then they bending her over and giving to her whatever they got. I mean, yeah, listen, I'm trying really hard. I found it to be ironic that I'm no, okay, I get it. It is ironic that I'm talking about this particular subject here. But listen, I didn't choose for this topic to come up. It's just what came up, so I'm talking about it. I am where I am, man. But You just got too many instances of dudes bending over for other dudes, and then they want to go home to their woman and then bend her over. That's already some weird stuff to me, but this is how things are being transferred. So if you got people who you think you know spreading stuff, what hope do you have with somebody you don't know? All right? People just gotta be a lot more just mindful. People have to be a lot more cautious. Y'all are just too reckless out there with the D. No D discipline whatsoever, and this is why this is happening. It shouldn't be a new 20,000 cases in one city. And let's talk about that aspect. This is one city. You know it's others that in racked up a count of thousands more, and they just not making the news. They're not making the rounds because a city like Atlanta kind of already got a reputation for being a bit on the zesty side, on the, down low stuff and all that. Atlanta already kind of has a reputation for this. And this isn't me dragging Atlanta, because I think Atlanta is a great city to go visit. I personally wouldn't want to live in Atlanta, even though I really like it. I'm cool with just visiting there. Because the way they talk about how everything you got to tip and everything's overpriced or whatever, I just would prefer that not be my everyday. So anybody that's listening to this from Atlanta, I'm not dissing Atlanta. The thing is that Atlanta, I know y'all mess with me. Y'all are in the top 5 in my analytics for cities that consume my content. So I definitely wouldn't dump on y'all because I have no reason to. I'm not going to dump on a city that watches my stuff. That's insane. So take what I'm saying to y'all as me just being a concerned man. Atlanta's kind of known for being a city that's a bit promiscuous, if you will. Kind of just being very, very free, very liberated when it comes to sexual activities. And these numbers with just HIV. Think about that, HIV. What else is being spread that we just ain't talking about because they're not as deadly as that? But I mean, there was the talk before about herpes and all that. That's not deadly, as far as I know, right? But I mean, it's still something you can't get rid of. So ultimately, I just really want y'all to be more careful. I just really want y'all to wrap up. Stop having unprotected play with strangers, people y'all don't freaking know, and then wondering why you at the clinic itching or whatever the hell, man. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.